Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be doing a Faded in the Park recap and review. I honestly wanted to do this review just because I've been attending Faded in the Park since 2016 and I have definitely have seen the difference from 2016, 17, 18, 19 to 2022. So I hope you guys can keep watching because it's really important for us to support our local music businesses here so that we can keep having awesome music festivals, not only for EDM music but also for other genres here in Vancouver, because do we want another Squamish or Pemberton to die here? Do we not want to have any more music festivals here in Vancouver? So let's keep supporting our local businesses so that we can have all these great opportunities that some other people aren't able to have. And also, most importantly, don't forget to like this video, get me on that algorithm, comment down below who do you want to come to see here in Vancouver and who do you want to see maybe in next year's Faded lineup. And also, don't forget to subscribe, okay? Get me into the algorithm. Okay, let's get to the video. Okay, first, to start off, the ticket pricing. I thought the ticket pricing this year was pretty damn expensive. I think in previous years, tickets have always been a lot more cheaper. I can't remember how much past ticket pricing are. I've been trying to look for it, but I really can't find it. All my friends were saying that for 2 days, it would be less than $200, something like that. I definitely believe them because a lot of my friends are ravers and they attend a lot of festivals here as well, like Faded. So I definitely agree that I think for 2 days it was less than $200, and for 1 day it wouldn't be that expensive. I think, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but 2 day passes this year was $199 plus tax. But I believe most people were paying like $245 or something like that for 2 days this year. And then for 1 day, I'm not really too sure. It was saying for 1 day GA, it was saying $139.99 plus tax and like service fees and all that. And the same for Saturday, it was $139.99 plus tax. I think that's pretty expensive, especially for the lineup that we had. I don't think it should cost that much. And especially knowing that I paid like $500 Canadian for an EDC ticket for 3 days with a whole bunch of great DJs and the production is great there, etc. Yeah, I just don't agree to the pricing with Faded this year. All right, the next thing I'm gonna talk about is wristbands. Guys, I'm pretty damn disappointed with the wristbands this year. There were no GA wristbands. Faded was saying it was for sustainability. But there was a post that Faded put out that this year there wouldn't be any wristbands for GA because they're doing it so that they can help the environment for sustainability. Honestly, I don't believe that. I definitely think it's a business move. I know I shouldn't be assuming, but I honestly don't believe that because in music festivals, part of the experience for a music festival is definitely getting a wristband. So actually the whole entire festival, my boyfriend and I, we were looking for wristbands and hunting them down from other people who don't want it. My boyfriend was so lucky. He got our VIP wristband from a friend. So lucky for him. And I think I'll be getting one from a friend as well, but I really want one because again, I like to collect wristbands because it's part of the music festival experience. And a lot of music festivals definitely give out wristbands. This is the first festival where I've heard say sustainability. I just don't believe it. I think it's just a business move because not a lot of people are coming and probably maybe Faded's going broke. Who knows? And this is why we need to support our local music businesses so that we can keep having music businesses. Again, I really don't want another Pemberton or Squamish to happen, okay? We're not gonna have any more music festivals if no one's going to be supporting our businesses here. So let's keep supporting our businesses. All right, so the next thing is transportation. So here in Faded in the Park, there are no shuttles. Faded in the Park is a pretty small music festival. How to get around here is by driving to the festival, Ubering, Lyft, and also taking public transportation. I think our public transportation is pretty easy here. There is a SkyTrain right across Holland Park, the venue. So I think it's pretty easy peasy to get around here. And of course, Surrey is pretty far from like the other parts of the lower mainland, like North Vancouver, Richmond and such. But at the same time, I have taken the public transit to Holland Park before, and also I have driven to Holland Park. So I think for now, being a veteran, I totally understand that it is pretty easy to get here. I honestly don't think it's hard to get here at all. So that's your transportation for you guys. All right, so the venue, lineup, and entrance. Can I just say, FVDED, you did a really good job creating a new lineup this year. In previous years, it would always be a gong show. The lineup would be from like, I think the main entrance of Holland Park, just right across the King George station. And it would always be a gong show. Like the lineup would just be like a long line all the way down King George. But this year they put the GA passes to another entrance. So another location of the Holland Park. They did a really good job. I really like that idea. It was so much bigger, and now you know that for next year, that if there's more people coming, now it's gonna be so much more organized. I really liked how FVDED did that. Well done, props to you guys, well done. And for the GA Plus and VIP entrance, that was a great idea as well. Not a lot of people are gonna be buying GA Plus and VIP because, you know, we live in such an expensive city. Who will have the money to even buy that? Of course, there's gonna be those OG ravers that are gonna want to just be in the VIP section, not wanting to be around the kids. But honestly, part of the experience is definitely being in the GA, so that's why for me, I'm sticking to GA. But overall, good job with the entrance and the lineup as well. You guys did a really good job. Okay, so next I'm gonna talk about is security. One thing I wanna say is FVDED did a really good job with security. There were RCMPs around. I think I even saw bylaw officers. There was a bunch of security walking around as well. Very secure. But I think the one thing, like the same thing that I've been saying about American festivals, is that there definitely needs to be metal detectors. I know here in Canada we don't have a big problems with guns, so I wasn't too like afraid of that. Obviously I was more scared in America, especially when I went to EDC, that there needed to be like a metal detectors and such. But honestly, I was totally fine with the security not having metal detectors here. And security actually was pretty tight here as well. They were patting us down, which I don't think I've been patted down since like what, I don't know, one of my first few raves, like 2014, 2015. So that's really good. But the one thing that I wanted to say about security though is that security, or FVDED, please get security to understand and know the policy rules of FVDED, because it was pretty disappointing to know that like some of them didn't even know what was allowed to be in the venue. For example, our hydration bags. Like, come on. If you've been going to music festivals for years or have been to a music festival, you know hydration bags are allowed. Hydration bags should just be a must because that keeps people hydrated. You can go ahead, open the bag, take the hydration pack out, check it out. But at the same time, like, why wouldn't it be allowed? That was probably one of the most frustrating things, because some of my friends who brought hydration bags, including me, they were telling us that we couldn't have that. It's too big of a bag. And honestly, I disagree with that. Read the rules. Please, everyone get on the same page. Please, FVDED, get your security to really understand the rules so that they know for sure how to keep everyone safe at FVDED. So the next thing I'll be talking about are vendors. I was actually quite disappointed with the vendors this year, just because there was barely any food vendors, barely any merch vendors. This is the emptiest FVDED again that I've ever seen from the past, compared to the past years I've been to FVDED. I know, I get it. Pandemic has killed so many businesses. The pandemic has scared probably some businesses to even come to FVDED because they know they may not even make money at FVDED. But again, I really hope like more people will be coming next year so that we can have more vendors coming and supporting their businesses, because it's really important to have all these food vendors and merch vendors to come, because that's how you make a really good festival. And it's just kind of crappy as well, because when there's less vendors, then there's gonna be longer lineups as well. Like, it kind of sucked to see that some of my friends grabbing food, they would be in the line for so long, especially at FVDED in the Park. There shouldn't be a long lineup at FVDED in the Park. And at the same time, it was really sad as well. Like, yeah, there was a lot of alcoholic beverages around, but the lineups are pretty long too. But compared to food vendors, there was definitely more alcoholic stands compared to food vendors. That shouldn't be a thing. Hopefully next year it'll be better, and that there'll be more food vendors, and that hopefully more people will come so that you guys can support the small businesses, and of course support the FVDED merch stuff as well, because I don't even think I even saw like FVDED merch stands. Did anyone see FVDED merch stands? Comment down below if you did, because I honestly didn't. I only saw rave stuff, to be honest. I honestly didn't see merch. I actually didn't see any Faded merch. Yeah, I'm pretty shocked just looking back at it right now. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna be talking about is the vibes. Okay, honestly, the vibes were just so good this year. I think for me, I just really like the vibes just because it was mostly ravers at Faded, and when there's more ravers at Faded, that means there's gonna be more PLUR vibes. Usually Faded is a festival where it's a mixture of hip-hop, R&B, rap, and EDM. And in previous years, the people that came, it would be many of like hip-hop, R&B, rap, and EDM people. So the vibes are always like very different. There'd be people like fighting all the time and stuff, which I never understood. Like, why would you even do that? But as a raver, and I don't want to be a bias as well, but when I go to like rave events or like EDM music festivals, not gonna lie, I've not seen anyone fight. Obviously, there's always gonna be bad things happening at music festivals, but not gonna lie, because ravers do follow rave culture and they go and they do understand PLUR vibes, it makes the whole festival just more pleasant, more just like good vibes, like no fighting, nothing. And honestly, that's why I love the rave community. I love rave culture because everything's just so peaceful. People go there for the music. People are not going to be there to fight compared to like hip-hop rap, like for some reason, or like R&B. I don't know. I'm not trying to be biased, okay? This is just from my experience and past experiences, but like I just don't understand, like, why is there fighting at a music festival? Like, there shouldn't be. But again, PLUR vibes all around. I was so happy to see all the PLUR vibes that Faded. Thank you, ravers, for coming out and supporting the business. That was so awesome. It was so nice to sing along with all of you guys. And for you non-ravers, if you noticed, a lot of ravers, yeah, like, we know a lot of songs, and when a lot of OG songs especially go on, we will sing, okay? We will freaking sing. But that's why for me, I love the vibes for Faded this year because I've never seen it so ravey before. And again, all the PLUR vibes, like, was just amazing. All right, so the next thing I'll be talking about is the production and the layout stages. I would just say that I was pretty disappointed in the production this year. Of course, it comes down to money again. You can tell Faded couldn't probably afford doing fireworks this year. Usually every year they do fireworks, but this was probably the first year where I haven't seen fireworks from Faded. At the same time, the light show, pretty disappointing as well. I definitely did not see that many lasers. I didn't see that much fire as well, but I was pretty glad that we had the main stage to have like the 4 screens again, so at least we had that, so we're able to see a show. And the layout, I would say the layout for Faded has always been pretty much the same. There's a Pacific stage, the main stage, and I think that's overall a great stage. And then there's the Northwest tent stage. That's where mainly all the EDM events usually are, but this year of course there's mainly EDM, so that was really nice to see EDM both on the main stage and on the Northwest stage. And then there's the Faded Lab as well, which I wish I spent more time there. I was actually going to spend most of my time there when John Summit was going to go on, but thank goodness Faded moved John Summit from the Faded Lab to the Northwest stage, because I did not understand why Faded, whoever was planning out Faded, I don't know if you guys know DJs or anything, but I was pretty disappointed when John Summit was on the Faded Lab at first, because John Summit is honestly such a big house DJ. I didn't even know the rationale to how Faded even put John Summit on the Faded Lab, but thank you Faded again for moving John Summit to the Northwest tent. How would everyone fit at the Faded Lab, honestly? But again, good job with the layout. It's been always the same, nothing different. I can't really add on to it. If you guys want to add on to it, comment down below. All right, so the lineup. Okay, the lineup was a big talk for this year. Okay, so I'm gonna try not be biased with the lineup just because I am a raver, I am an EDM listener. But for me, I would agree with some people, the lineup is pretty weak. It's not a bad line, it's just weak, just because I'm only saying this because we've seen Illenium a million times here in Vancouver, Griffin, Dabin, yeah, like those guys, we've seen a million times here. If you can just bring, you know, the old lineup, let me pull out the old lineup, guys. Okay, so the lineup that a lot of us were going crazy for and hoping that it would happen this year was definitely this lineup. I think this lineup would have brought so many people to FVDED this year, and it would have honestly gotten even non-ravers to come to FVDED. But unfortunately, because probably all these big DJs and artists that were supposed to come in 2020, they're probably at bigger festivals now. And of course, like, we have to understand that for a FVDED in the park and for these artists and DJs to come here, that's kind of hard. Just because, again, if these DJs were performing at bigger festivals down in the States or at other parts of the world, where do you think they would choose? Vancouver or America or other countries around the world? Again, they'd probably go to the bigger music festivals just because it's more of a vibe for them, and they'd probably want to perform for a bigger crowd. But hopefully we can get this lineup in the future, okay? Because I would really love to see Flume and Alesso to come back here. BTSM. Guys, this lineup is just so crazy. Like Mala Chami, Gorgon City, and of course, like, I'm not really a big hip-hop person anymore or whatever, but like I was down for Saweetie because I know some of my girlfriends would come, and it would have been a time and a vibe with my friends, honestly. And like, this lineup is just so crazy. Like, Elderbrook was gonna be here, Drezzo, Domdella. Again, we saw Domdella, Habstract, Jules, Sylvan King, of course we saw Whipped Cream, but yeah, like, gosh dang, Mala and Chami though, that would have been a vibe. Anywho, hopefully the lineup next year will be great. Hopefully more people will come. Did I think FVDED in the park was worth it? Not gonna lie, I did not think it was worth it, just because it was super expensive for the lineup that they brought up and the production and everything. Would I go again? Definitely. I love being in the park. Again, for me, and if you know me, I actually love outdoor music festivals better than raves. The vibes for outdoor music festivals is just so different compared to raves. Because raves is just more like, you know, in the dark scene, and like, I'm not all about the dark life sometimes. Sometimes, like, yeah, of course, you're there for the light show and everything, but there's something about outdoor music festivals that just is so much better than raves. And for me, like, I love seeing nature. Like, I love music festivals that are just outside, especially here in Vancouver or in the Lower Mainland or in BC. Like, we're so lucky to see all these beautiful trees around us, and like, when you have these music festivals here in Holland Park, like, it's just so nice. Like, you can walk around the venues, pass down trees, sit down on the grass, like, chill and stuff. But yeah, like, I love outdoor music festivals, and I would definitely go to FVDED again, and hopefully FVDED's lineup will be so much better next year, and hopefully a good mixture of EDM and of course hip-hop, R&B and stuff, so other non-ravers can come as well. Okay guys, so that's pretty much it for my video. I hope you guys learned something today. I hope to see you guys maybe hopefully in FVDED next year. Hopefully I get to see you guys in future events such as Contact. Maybe I'll go to my first Halloween rave. I've actually never been to one. I will be going to more music festivals this summer, so maybe I'll see you guys at Chasing Summers or maybe Day Trip Seattle. I'll be also going to more shows as well in the fall time, so maybe I'll see you guys there as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And again, don't forget to like this video, guys. Comment down below what music festivals you guys are going to next, or what events, or what DJs you guys are looking forward to see here in Vancouver. And again, don't forget to, you know, subscribe to my channel, get me into the algorithm. All right guys, see you guys next time. Peace.